Now you got to make the kids go outside. Your parents had to make you come in. And of course, when my mother yelled my name, I don't care what you were doing, you heard that because mama said I got to go now, so I got to go, guys.
Our Sandlot season will begin ideally in late May. It's usually Monday nights.
Nice, excellent.
And we usually try to base that decision on the core families and their kids that are usually a big part of it.
We're sitting around playing catch with about 6 or 8 of us, and when are we going to have enough? And then 5 minutes later, you have 30 people here. So
we'll try to have that infield cut and maybe run out a little bit of chalk or something for some lines.
dabble in some chalk and give her a little shake and move her on down the line.
We always set up bases for every game. Nothing fancy, just old school bases filled with something, straw, I don't know. Beyond that, nothing too dramatic.
I love it because it's theirs too. It's not like it's Sam and I's or our families.
Evie, look, Jacko's showing you how to bat. You can practice, get ready.
It's just our community, enjoying each other. It's right there. That field is right there, and it just happens every week. It's a blast.
Things change. Unfortunately, things just change, and and they move on and they evolve into other things.
It used to be a time when kids would go out there and they didn't have an organized team. They would just go out and just play a pickup game. And you don't see that hardly anywhere in the whole city anymore.
When we grew up, you knew your neighbors. Everyone knew everyone on the block, and you played with everyone on your block. And I'm not sure it's like that anymore.
I think what's changed with kids today, I don't think it's them. I might have a heart attack if my kids just took off on a 3-mile journey to go play baseball.
In this day and age, when a kid disappears, it's an Amber Alert.
Parents certainly are a lot less willing to just go to the park for 3 hours and ride your bike back, across town, and we'll all be safe. Like, parents are much less apt to do that now than they were when, in the 80s, when I was growing up.
I don't see kids playing baseball in the sandlots or in their yards ever. I mean, sandlot baseball in that sense is gone.
I do think that there's a certain, how do you say it, like a certain organic falling in love with the game that's probably lost now.
I don't know why things are scarier today for parents with small kids, but they just are.
Now I don't think you're allowed off the block. So maybe if you don't have a sandlot on your block, you're not going to play too.
We're right behind home plate, so pitcher to home pretty much goes right into my garage door where we keep the gear.
Oh, I'm too old for this.
Get the bats out, get the satchel or the duffel full of gloves that we've accumulated. Play with an incredible ball.
It truly is an incredible ball.
They're just the ideal scenario. They're lightweight, not as dense as a T-ball. Sometimes the covers will start to get a little shredded. We have ripped a cover or two off.
Brand new ball, this will be the last time it looks this good.
That's mainly because it's fabric and not leather. Not because Roy Hobbs, knocked the cover off the ball.
We've been trying to address that issue of what happened to create that schism between the African American community and baseball.
I think cost is a big barrier. I think it creates a real strain sometimes on the family, the budget.
The equipment is amazingly expensive. Those league fees, you got to play on these select travel teams.
Even if you break it down and say, okay, we have this tournament, we got 10 kids, it's $1,000, and it's $100 a piece for a kid. $100 a piece, that's for one weekend. That's somebody's light bill for an inner city kid. That's someone's light bill. That's food on the table for some of these kids.
We're talking about a sport that used to be a blue-collar sport. It is now a country club sport because we lost the sandlots.
Brooks, you want to be a captain? Okay.
Well, we choose 2 captains, so, you know, but they've got to make sure to understand that, you know, pitcher's going to be who you pick first.
Actually, I'll catch.
I can fill in catcher if we need to, because catching's a little more difficult. It requires, you know, us probably almost more skill than pitching, you know, in some ways.
Oh, we got some girl power here tonight.
Yeah.
So, you know, they pick their own teams. So there's an action there in terms of kind of leading, so I'm managing in a lot of ways.
This captain's giving the scorekeeper his batting lineup.
You do have to rally everybody up right away. You know, we got to get this game going. You know, give me your lineup.
Wait, will everyone get
All right.
that?
Yeah.
And then you're kind of trying to keep these kids that are so excited and they want to get up, you know, they want to get on the on deck, but you have to wait until you're called.
Evie's on deck. Matt's in the hole.
Who's in the hole? And then they'll say, am I in the double hole? Am I in the triple hole? You know, and then they're tapping you on the shoulder. How many more till I'm up? You know, and you're just trying to keep track of everybody.
Here's what we're going to do. Everyone's going to go over there and sit down unless you're called up to on deck or at bat, okay?
You got to watch the kids who are trying to get in the on deck circle who aren't up yet, and they want to try their bat out, and they're trying to swing, and you're trying to keep somebody from getting hit in the head. It's like, no, sit down, go over there and sit down.
Here, guys, outfield or infield, play a little catch. Warm up your infield. They'll warm up, he'll warm up. Once they get it set up, we'll start.
The Urban Youth Academy is a joint project between Kansas City Royals, Major League Baseball Players Association, and the city of Kansas City, Missouri. And it's being built for a number of good reasons. Number one, baseball feels like it needs to revitalize the diversity within the baseball ranks.
I was absolutely ecstatic about it because the truth of the matter is they could have put this academy anywhere in the city. Thanks to the leadership of Dayton Moore, Kansas City Royals, and all those who are involved with this project, they decided that they wanted it. Historic 18th and Vine, Parade Park.
What we're doing here is unique. The Urban Youth Academy that we're building is unlike the other Urban Youth Academies that are out there. Ours is a $19 million year-round project with a training facility right there.
And actually it'll be 4 diamonds, 2 regulation-sized baseball diamonds, a youth field, and a softball diamond. So the girls haven't been left out of this either, and there may be some girls who want to play baseball. We're not going to fix this overnight. We all have to be committed for the long haul and make certain that we create these opportunities that kids can identify with this sport and hopefully have a desire to want to participate.
Okay, guys, let's go. Sound like baseball.